So we've got our panel of bat experts here to help us answer these questions as the bats fly over our head. Okay, Lucy from Austin, Texas asks, is there white nose syndrome in Texas?
Well, Lucy, we don't have white nose syndrome in Texas yet. Hopefully it'll stay that way. Currently, white nose syndrome is in 19 states and 4 Canadian provinces. It started out in New York and it spread down through the Northeast and Midwest and Southeastern states, and hopefully we'll be able to keep it from spreading into Texas, but we aren't sure if that's going to happen or not.
Wow, great. Thank you very much, Anne. And Therese in Munster, Indiana asks, do pesticides hurt bats too?
I can take that
Yeah,
one.
Dennis?
Actually, pesticides are a big threat to bats because they're eating the insects, and if the insects don't die immediately from the pesticide, the bats will consume the pesticide on the insects in a process known as bioaccumulation. They just add all of those pesticides within their body until they get to either toxic levels that kill the bats or it affects their ability to echolocate and other physiological things, basically how their bodies function. So pesticides are not a good thing, and that's one thing you can do to help bats around your house is decrease the amount of pesticide you're using.
Great. Thank you, Dennis. And Derek in Farmington, Pennsylvania asks, since the bats migrate during the winter, is it known where these bats go, and are those caves and roosts protected?
Well, they're spread out the Mexican free-tailed bats are spread out all over northern Mexico, all the way up into the Monterey area, and a lot smaller roosts. So some of those roosts are protected, but we haven't identified all of those roosts yet.
Great. Thank you. Thanks. And Phyllis in St. John on the U.S. Virgin Islands asks, is it illegal to harass, injure, or kill bats in the United States and its territories? Is there a federal law protecting bats?
There's a law that protects endangered species, yes, and most bats are protected. There's also state laws protecting bats, and some are stricter than others. Some states need to increase their enforcement. Let's just leave it at that.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, Lydia in Belchertown, Massachusetts asks, do they always circle counterclockwise when beginning their hunt?
Yes.
They do.
Right. We're not exactly sure why they're circling counterclockwise, but they always go counterclockwise.